Another broken Trudeau promise. I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.Media. Justin Trudeau's walked away from one of his key promises, bilingualism. I'm actually not too upset about it. Let me explain why. He's appointed a man named George Furey, a Liberal senator from Newfoundland, to be Speaker of the Senate. The Speaker of the Senate moderates the debates, calls on members of the upper chamber to ask questions, to speak. Furey's going to have the ability to use simultaneous translation services. It's available in the Senate, it's available in the House of Commons, it's available in the Supreme Court. But Trudeau campaigned against those services and said everyone's got to be able to speak English and French if they want these good appointments. Check him out speaking on the West Block on Global with Tom Clark, where Clark asked, is it really necessary to have everyone be fully, fluently bilingual to sit on the Supreme Court? Won't that exclude people?
I want to go to another aspect of your democratic reform package that you've promised to bring in if you form government, and that is the idea that in future all Supreme Court justices must be bilingual. So let me sketch out this scenario for you. Let's say that there is the brightest legal mind in the country and she happens to live in Newfoundland, but she doesn't speak French. So are you telling me that she would be rejected to sit on the Supreme Court simply because she doesn't speak French?
It's not just a question of symbolism of being a bilingual country and expecting that our prime minister and our most important adjudicators and judges be bilingual. It's more than that. Imagine a situation in which those 9 judges are in their chambers discussing a case, as regularly happens. The fact is that if all of them are to be able to understand each other in their desired mother tongue, they have to be able to follow along that conversation without having to have the interference of translation and all that. I understand deeply how much when you're in a room where everyone speaks English but nobody or only a few people speak French, how the French speakers end up having to use their second language and can be at a disadvantage. And we want to make sure that the message of Canada being a country in which French and English are truly the official equal languages, that anyone can be reassured that all the arguments will be properly understood by everyone on the Supreme Court.
Well, it obviously didn't exclude Trudeau from appointing George Furey. As I said, I'm not that upset about it. But this is a key issue for Trudeau. Every time he was asked about it near a French audience, he would go on about bilingualism. Listen to him complain that there weren't enough French debates during the election campaign.
If indeed Mr. Mulcair does pull out of the consortium debates, we will have only one debate in French across the country, and it won't even be available across the country because TVA doesn't go everywhere. So that for me is at the heart of what is really, really concerning.
This proves once again that for Trudeau, it's about getting votes. It's not about principle. I'm going to applaud him on this one, but I'm also going to call on him to walk away from his promise to make the Supreme Court bilingual, to make other positions bilingual. We spend a lot of money on translation services, on simultaneous in-the-ear translation, not just the written word, and it works. It allows people from across the country to serve in Ottawa. If we move towards Trudeau's ideal, we're going to end up being able to choose between Ottawa, Montreal, maybe New Brunswick, and exclude people from the rest of the country. And that isn't good for Canada.